Hi, this is Vincent Harris, CEO of Harris Media, and I'm joining you from a rainy Austin, Texas today, and I wanted to talk specifically today about Instagram stories versus Snapchat. So Instagram stories were released by Facebook a couple weeks ago, and there's a lot of people wondering, with only so much time and only so much money, should campaigns, should issue advocacy groups, should anybody, should brands spend time on Snapchat or Instagram? So first off, for those that aren't familiar, Instagram released again a couple weeks ago a story feature, which is very similar to Snapchat stories, where you can record video, you can you can post photos, and you can add overlays to your video and photo content, very similar to the way that you would do on Snapchat. So there's a lot of people talking about how, from a brand perspective, is there a point in being on both platforms? And with only 3 months to go until the election, I wanted to talk a bit today about how what my opinion is there. So first off, Facebook has 192 million people, from numbers that I just pulled before this, that you can target through Facebook ads that are 18 years old plus. In the United States, there's 192 million people. Instagram has 97 million people that are 18 years old plus. Again, why does 18 years old plus matter? Because from a voter perspective, that's all the people who can vote. So on Instagram, we are dealing with 97 million people in the United States, 18 years old plus. Most of our campaigns, most of our clients are already using Instagram. They're posting photos on Instagram, they're posting video on Instagram, and now with Instagram stories, they have, I think, a lot more reason to even use Instagram. Instead of posting something on Snapchat and using Snapchat stories, which a lot of older voters especially aren't currently on, using Instagram that's got that built-in 97 million person base in the United States might seem like it would be a better use of time and a better use of resources. Hillary Clinton's campaign is doing a wonderful job on Snapchat. For those who haven't followed her on Snapchat, I think that she's got the best social platform of the election cycle so far on Snapchat. So I definitely encourage everybody to go and follow her on Snapchat. It's very clear that she's got some probably younger staffer on there, spending a lot of time using the platform very, very well. But most campaigns don't have the luxury of human capital and money to be spending across all of these platforms. And over the next three months, as time gets shorter, it's important that campaigns look at spending money where they can target specific voters. Now, Snapchat has allowed the ability to run ads through DSPs to specific Snapchat users with their video content and their video ad units. We experimented with some of this for Senator Rand Paul's campaign, where in Iowa and New Hampshire we ran 3 10-second ad units. Maybe they were 6-second. I think they were 6-second ad units. They were very, very short ad units in between videos that were shown in Snapchat stories. That was very interesting, but my belief is that the best ad unit on Snapchat currently are the paid filters. Paid filters would be, as you're swiping through Snapchat after you've taken pictures or after you've taken video. Those things that appear, those are filters. And you can geo-target filters down to a very, very specific radius, down to a parade route, down to a building, down to a rally. It's a great opportunity to troll an opponent, for example, which is something that we're doing for Senator Rob Portman in Ohio, and a lot of other campaigns are doing similar. But from a video perspective, from a ability to upload custom audiences like Facebook is allowing now, that is best left to Instagram, because Instagram's owned by Facebook. All of the advertising targeting is the exact same as if you were advertising on Facebook. So I can export email lists, I can export lists of donors from the back end of my clients' websites and upload them into Facebook platform and then target those people through Instagram. Now, Rob Soliterman, who is a good friend and someone who works at Snapchat selling ads, he tweeted me some interesting statistics that I wanted to be sure that I would discuss. Rob said, and I'm quoting now from his tweets at me, that campaigns making decisions on data are embracing Snapchat. 41% of those 41% of 18 to 34-year-olds in the United States use Snapchat daily. 41% of 18 to 34-year-olds in the United States use Snapchat daily. That's a lot of people. And he estimates that's 20% of the electorate. He also said that 18 to 34-year-olds are more than 20% of the presidential year electorate. Now, those are very interesting numbers, and those are very compelling numbers to use Snapchat. But most studies that you see are that the majority of people on Snapchat, the overwhelming majority in some cases, according to some studies, are people that are less than 18. Now, people less than 18 can be very important because they still have purchasing power. They can still help, make a movie go viral. They can go and they can ask their parents to take them to a movie. They can go buy something at a local store. But what they can't do is they can't vote. And from a campaign perspective, we need to focus on getting people out on election day. So from that perspective, Snapchat stories and using Snapchat and trying to figure out how to use Snapchat properly this election cycle might be much less beneficial than reaching those 97 million people who you can target on Instagram that are voting age in the United States beginning today through Facebook's Business Manager and through Facebook's advertising platforms. So now, Snapchat, though, going back to a minute to the Geo Filters, we did a statewide purchase of a Geo Filter for one of our clients, Secure America Now, that I'll post in the comment section of this after, around the first Republican debate in Ohio. And in one day, we had 170,000 uses of that filter. That's a lot of uses of that filter. That was people taking pictures, taking videos, swiping, and actually stopping on that filter and sending that filter along with their content to their friends, to their family, to whoever. 170,000 uses for one day in the state of Ohio. I like a lot filters, again, because they work as native ads where users of the Snapchat platform can actually put, their faces and their life into your ad, into your campaign's message. That's why native advertising, like Snapchat filters, are so interesting. But that said, I think that overall, for the next 3 months, for Republicans that have limited resources, that have limited time, that are trying to maximize every dollar and every minute that they can to help get the vote out in some of these early states, they should think about how to use Snapchat filters from a self-serve way to troll potential opponents, to potentially create some engaging filters around events like sports events or parades or rallies. But if you only had $1 over the next 3 months, I would spend that money on Instagram, especially with the way I can just see from my own life, since I've started using Instagram stories, that I'm getting sometimes 2, 3, 4 times more the amount of people seeing my stories on Instagram than I ever have on Snapchat. So, and one more last sort of case study here. For one of our energy clients, we geo-fenced a Nationals game in Washington, D.C. last week. And we put a filter, a Snapchat filter, over as a net the Nationals game for anybody who was watching that baseball game. We had 2,600 views of our filter, and far, far, far less people actually used it and engaged with the filter than just viewed it. So Instagram versus Instagram, and when we are running Instagram ads, we're seeing pretty high engagement rate in terms of driving traffic to our websites, driving donations, driving people to sign up forms, lead generation forms from which you can gain endorsement, emails from which you can raise money, from which you can sell product. All of these were things we were doing during Senator Rand Paul's presidential campaign. And all of these are things that you can do over the next three months, less than 3 months for your campaign. So, people spend more time on Facebook than they do with their pets, according to a recent study. So people love Facebook. Old people love Facebook. My grandma loves Facebook. My mom loves Facebook. And Snapchat stories are cool for college-age folks. It's cool for campaigns to be running filters on college campuses. It makes a lot of sense for Democrats, I think, especially, that have a liberal, more young base. But for Republicans, again, in summary, that only have so much money, so much time, there's 97 million people on Instagram of voting age, and you can advertise to those people today on Facebook ad platforms. So I appreciate everyone tuning in. This is Vincent Harris, CEO of Harris Media. You can go to our website, harrismediallc.com. And if you have any questions about Instagram stories versus Snapchat stories, please feel free to tweet me at Vincent Harris, and I'll reply back, or just leave a comment in this Facebook thread. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday.